Hi, this is Colorful Foresight where we intuitively connect from within. And it's woo woo time where we connect our woo woo into our mundane living. And today we have Shari of Voices from the Swamp. It's woo woo time. We're going to talk about the woo woo and into the mundane. I think you're a perfect example for like this woo woo time because even though you had interest in the metaphysics for a long time and you're exploring on YouTube, you have a regular job. And sometimes people are hiding and they don't need to be out and about, but bringing the woo woo into the mundane, we all have intuition. Some people choose to maybe develop more or they're gifted more, but everybody has intuition. So, you have a good balance.
Let me add this. When I first started doing this, getting into all of this, I didn't say anything at work about it. When I started my channel, I didn't say anything to anybody about it.
Understanding,
And I had been at it about a month or two, I guess. And one of my professors had walked in my office. They needed something from me. I don't know what. And they said something about, well, what are you doing this? What you got planned this weekend? I said, oh, I've got a live stream this weekend. And they got in. Now, I work in the computer science department, right? So they immediately perked up and went, a live stream? What kind of live stream? I said, on YouTube. And they're like, well, what are you doing? And I said, I'm a content creator. And they thought about that for a minute. They said, well, what do you do? What content do you create? I said, well, I read Oracle and tarot cards. And they just kind of like looked at me funny and they said, really? There's people that watch that? And I said, oh, yeah. I said, that's how I found out about it. I said, I'm psychic, I said, I just don't tell people because it freaks them out. And they just had to think about it. They just had this like really confused kind of look on their face, like I had just, angels from heaven had just come down and spoken to them. They were like blown away. And a couple of days later, they came by. I guess it was like the following week, they came by my office and said, yeah, I caught you for a few minutes on your channel. I went and looked. I said, oh, really? I said, did you enjoy yourself? Yeah, it looked kind of cool. And that's all he said. He went on about his way. But then some of the kids found out Miss Shari does a YouTube channel. Went out like fireworks. And it still tickles me to this day when I look at the chat and I'll see one or two or three of my students in the chat room saying, hey, Miss Shari.
That's amazing. Well, that's exactly it. I mean, it's kind of like the lawyers who on a weekend ride bikes or they paint. We have many aspects to us. That's pretty. Yeah.
So that's cool. I mean, it's like I don't go around announcing it.
No.
But if somebody asks me, well, what do you do for a hobby? And I just say I'm a content creator on YouTube. What do you do? I'm psychic. I read cards. And yeah, a lot of the people I work with are not from this country.
Oh, okay.
Computer science, you get a lot of foreigners.
Right.
I have a lot of faculty and a whole lot of students that are not from this country. They're not Christian.
They might have to be more open-minded if they're
No. But for them to be where they are today in this country, they've learned to be open-minded and to be kind of receptive to other ideas.
Right.
So it's always fun to me whenever they get that kind of weird look on their face, like they don't quite know how to take me when I say that. But most of them have known me for over 10 years now, so they know I'm not a flake. And, I've had a few of them say, why didn't you say so before? And I said, you didn't ask. So that's simple.
I don't know if I'm going to add this part to the video, but Stormy Daniel, she reads tarot cards and she does paranormal stuff. Should I add that to the video? I don't know.
I don't see why not. It's relevant.
Yeah, Stormy Daniel. And you don't have to be Stormy Daniel, but she does tarot reading and she has...
Yeah, her real name is Stephanie something. I forget her last name. I mean, that's just her stage name, Stormy Daniels.
Yeah. But it's really it's and especially where we're heading. We're in an Aquarian age, and you don't have to be a psychic or do these things, but people are going to be more in tune, and that's just where we're naturally heading anyway.